Hello there. Don't be alarmed. We're just preparing your listening device for Scuba Radio, the world's first radio show devoted to diving. We do this, of course, by filling the radio with water. Don't worry, we're professionals. Thanks to me, you won't even get wet. You see, I've crammed every appendage of my body into the cracks and crevices of your radio, ensuring an airtight seal. By the way, don't touch your on-off knob. That's a very sensitive area. Anyway, I should remind you, we believe in the buddy system just like diving, so don't listen alone. Call your buddy and tell them that Scuba Radio is about to begin.
We're going to start a new life under the sea.
So, am I gonna drown?
Of course not. Just stay calm and let the gentle currents relax your every muscle.
Under the sea. Under the sea.
Did it just get warmer?
There'll be no accusations, just friendly crustaceans under the sea.
Where the hell are the sharks?
And now, here's your dive guide for Scuba Radio, Greg the Dive Master.
And welcome. This is the world's first radio show devoted to diving. I am Greg the Dive Master. Welcome to Rocktober. Yes, we got a little nip in the air. A little nipply in Orlando, Florida this week. For the first time, we get a little reprieve from the summer heat. Does that put a damper on our diving? Heck no. Oh, hell no. But you know, it is kind of nice to feel it being, feel a little more, coolness, a little crisp in the air. Kind of like what Jerry the Diver Guy always gets in the mountains of Virginia, where he resides for most of his...
Well, it's crisp up here.
It is crisp. How cold is it there for you?
It's 80 degrees right now.
Well, okay. That's kind of like what we got. Actually, more like 85.
It's been dropping down in the 40s at night.
40s? Oh, my gosh. That's way too cold. I'm just talking a little reprieve from the 90s.
Leaves are blowing.
Yeah. I'm going to get me some pumpkin spice and just kind of kick back and enjoy a little nip of the fall. Next week, it'll probably be back up in the 90s in Florida. And then, you'll have to jump in the ocean to cool off. Barry, what say you? What do you think?
It's 85 degrees down here. Humidity is 61%.
That's not bad. That's some
it
good.
It's beautiful.
That's better than what we typically get.
That's right, Barry.
Is that a news? Was that was Jerry the Diver Guy's news alert?
That was a weather alert.
Okay.
That was his weather alert for me.
All right, fair enough.
I'll have to send him another pizza now.
Oh, another pizza. What was that?
Yeah, he's already working one.
Oh, is that what you're doing? We're interrupting your lunch this afternoon there, Jerry, or what? You're doing a late lunch?
You're interrupting dinner, lunch, breakfast, everything.
Okay. All right. So he's going to eat while he does Scuba Radio today. God bless him.
Mm-hmm.
It's usually, that may be better for you to get some food in your tummy before you start marinating it with the spring water. You like dribble all over that stuff in his tummy.
Oh, well, we may have a dip in sauce.
Yeah, well, okay. Scuba Radio Happy Hour has begun for Jerry the Diver Guy. Also, we got Vinny Two Tanks, Bubble Boy, and I believe we got Mermaid Kristen with us today, I see.
What?
But I just see an empty room on Facebook and YouTube. Oh, there she is.
She's grabbing a beer. Are you kidding?
Oh, there she is.
It's hairspray.
Oh,
it's hairspray.
You can't drink that.
Yeah, don't drink that. That it may have alcohol in it, but I don't think it's going to work as well. Vinny, what are you drinking? Or I don't even know if I want to say what you're doing. Okay, he's
drinking Carlsberg.
Carlsberg. All right, so he's being a little bit more exotic today. All right, God bless him. So
some monkey beer for him.
Well, yeah, but Vinny's out there on the left coast. Vinny, is it cool out there right now, or is it about the same as what we got in Florida today?
It's
I can't hear a word he's saying.
It's like 90 degrees.
Yeah, I don't think you got your mic on today, Vinny.
No, the mic is 3 feet away from him.
Is that what it is?
It's right here.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, put it in front. Speak into the microphone.
Yeah, sorry.
Vinny. That's okay.
Sorry.
All right, that's all right. He was adding ambiance.
Word of the day for Vinny is microphone.
Okay.
Ambiance is better.
All right. Yeah, as you can tell, CJ not with us today. There's like statute of limitations that has to expire before he's allowed back in the studio. Basically, he drank all the rum last week here at headquarters. So he's on a rum run, and he'll be back next week. So I'm in the studio solo with the Scuba Radio Scuba Squad connected via the web. We got a lot of stuff to cover today. I will tell you that, my little discussion of the underwater aliens last week, of what I saw in Saba, has created a bit of a stir online. Have you guys seen this? Have you seen some of the emails we received? Or no, Jerry? What do you think?
No, I haven't seen them.
You just wrote me off as being crazy. Is that what it was?
No, never.
Yeah, okay.
Never would I do that to you, Greg.
All right, just to refresh everyone's memory, a couple weeks ago I was on a liveaboard with Explorer Ventures in Saba, and halfway through the week, during the middle of the day, I saw some green flashes rush through the wake of the boat as we were cruising from one dive site to another. It was the middle of the day, and it looked like there were some divers on a night dive flashing their torches underwater. But it was the middle of the day, and it was bright, very fluorescent kind of green color. And I'm like, oh, my gosh, what the heck was that? And, of course, I was alone on the top deck watching this, and I'm the only one who saw it. But, I've seen all the videos. You guys have seen the mainstream media. They've been talking about these UFOs that the military has admitted exist. Mm-hmm. They go from the air and the sea, and there was one theory that they live in the deep trenches of the ocean.
Greg,
and I saw them.
Seasick? Were you seasick?
I was not. We had perfect conditions. There was no rocking of the boat.
Bile? You sure that wasn't bile you were seeing in the water?
It was kind of fluorescent, like the bile that Godzilla spews when he's tearing down a city. But that, I mentioned that we talked about this last week, and I get the same reaction I'm getting now. It's like, Greg, you're crazy. And Aria's husband even chimed in that I saw after the show, and he says, and he, by the way, he is kind of, I can't say too much, but if anyone's going to know the truth, he is. Let me leave it at that. And he said, look, if there's no photographic evidence, it didn't exist. So what does that tell you? That he knows something.
No,
he knows something.
He already told her, never let him on your boat again.
And you know what else he said?
What did he
Greg,
say?
Stop peeing in the camera bucket.
No, that is not what. I wasn't looking through a Heineken bottle.
He said, Greg, quit playing with your glow stick.
Well, a lot of time, we were looking for the green flash, and how you see the green flash when the sun sets is by looking at it through a Heineken bottle. But I'm telling you, there was no Heineken, no booze involved. It wasn't, I think it was just before noon, one afternoon, about halfway through the week. So anyway, it created quite a stir. Like, Greg's crazy. Nothing new there. But I kind of put it out there, like, okay, if you don't believe it, what do you think it was? What are your theories? And I haven't heard a lot of feedback in that regard, but I'm wondering if I am the first to come forward of many divers. They might start saying, yeah, I saw something too, Greg. Now, you came out. Maybe it's okay for me to come out and admit it too. Kristen, you weren't here last week. You heard this. Now you're getting caught up with the rest of the scuba squad. What do you think of that? You think underwater aliens? You think that's what I saw? I mean, you're a mermaid.
It sounds pretty feasible.
Yeah. Hello. What? I mean, what? The UFOs might look more closer to mermaids. The aliens, if they're underwater swimming, they're probably looking more like mermaids.
Yeah, that's what it could have been. Even I have a green tail.
See? So now who's laughing, Jerry?
I still think y'all are playing with the glow stick.
I don't know what even that means.
Greg, the last time you were out on the boat at the Little Whore, you did toss your
Okay, that was the name of the boat.
I said the boat. I said the boat.
That's the name of that. You got to make sure you.
I prefaced
explain.
That. Yes, I did.
Are we going where I think we're going?
I don't know.
Last time he was out there, not only did he throw up underwater, but he was above the water, and there was green stuff coming out of his mouth. It was pretty disgusting.
Well, that's chumming. I was just trying to chum up the lobsters.
So you were on top of the deck, and you looked over at the water, and you saw green stuff. Did it vacate your mouth before you saw it?
No. This was like fluorescent. It was like radioactive type flashes.
What did you have for lunch?
Once again, it was before lunch, Barry. Pay attention.
What did you have for breakfast?
Greg, were you floating on the little dinghy behind
I was actually watching the dinghy that they drag via the line behind the liveaboard vessel, and I was just standing there after the dive, chilling on the top deck, looking out at the horizon and looking over the wake of the boat as we were cruising from one site to the other, and once again, all of a sudden I see this green flash. What the heck? And then I see it again, and it was like moving through the water very, very fast. And I was like, oh my gosh, wait a minute, what the heck? And then I see it again. I'm like, that's those underwater aliens. I tell you, I saw them. Woo! I had a close encounter. Didn't even get probed. So no, there was no glow sticks.
And that's
involved.
what he's so sad about.
Yeah, quiet. You'll come around eventually.
This is the Worldwide Scuba Radio Network.
Need an escape from reality for a while? Your favorite scuba action star, Mike Scott, is back in an all-new audiobook, Cayman Cowboys, Reefs Under Pressure. From the brilliant mind of author Eric Douglas comes the thriller that started it all. Listen as Mike unravels the death of a girl, the protest of new development, and the systemic destruction of coral reefs, all against the stunning backdrop of Grand Cayman Island. This one's got it all. Submarines, kidnapping, betrayal, and more.
He didn't even have fins or a mask to let him see in the water. He was going to be slow and blind. If it weren't for the float, he knew there would be no way he would ever make it to the surface. When he was ready and completely relaxed, he wrapped his arms through the straps of the seat cushion and gently slid into the water.
Dive back into adventure with Cayman Cowboys. Also available, Oil and Water, Return to Cayman, Turks and Chaos, and Lionfish. Download all 5 audiobooks now at Amazon, booksbyeric.com, or audible.com.
Come as a guest, leave as a friend. It's a philosophy that comes from the top down at Explorer Ventures liveaboards. It doesn't matter if you're traveling solo, with a buddy, or group. Explorer Ventures does the liveaboard dive experience right. For proof, Explorer Ventures has one of the best repeat customer stats in the dive industry. They're also the official liveaboard company of Scuba Radio. You've likely heard us talk about Explorer Ventures Scuba Radio scuba cruise trips many times, and we invite you to join us on the next one. However, whether we're on board with you or not, I'll bet an Explorer Ventures liveaboard trip will be one of the best dive experiences you've ever had. It just doesn't get any better. Saba St. Kitts, Turks and Caicos, the Galapagos, Maldives, Indonesia, humpback whales, and the Silver Banks, new destinations and itineraries are being added all the time. Call one of their talented travel consultants to find the Explorer Ventures liveaboard experience that's just right for you. 1-800-322-3577. That's 1-800-322-3577. Or visit explorerventures.com. That's explorerventures.com.
Prepare to rig for dive! Your surface interval is complete. You're now clear to dive with Scuba Radio. Scuba Radio. The world's first radio show devoted to diving. Scuba Radio.
Dive, dive, dive.
Hey, man. Hey, what are you doing today? I don't know. I was kind of bored. You want to do something cool? Well, like what? We could go scuba dive. Oh, yeah, that sounds great. I've never done it before. Well, there's only a few things that you got to do to be good at it, and it's really easy to learn. Here, I'll show you. Come with me.
Okay, everyone, let's get our gear on. Let's go for a dive. Taxi right here.
Now, be a scuba diver. It can be so much fun. Making memories and sharing good times in the sun. Descend with the quickness, equalize so you don't pop. To avoid decompression sickness, always make a safety stop. You know, gonna be a scuba diver. Gonna be an underwater survivor. I'm gonna be a scuba diver.
This is the world's first radio show devoted to diving. I am Greg the Dive Master. All right, so Scuba Radio, Scuba Squad, not really backing me up on my alien encounter there in Saba. But that's okay. You know, I put it out there. If you have any encounters underwater that you can't explain, we want to hear from you, because I think I did witness those underwater UFOs that the mainstream media has finally admitted exist, or the military has said, yeah, we don't know what these things are, but they can traverse through the air. They can go underwater. They probably live in the deep trenches of the ocean that have been unexplored. They've been hiding there for millions of years. And my best guess is they look like mermaids. That probably goes back to the whole origin of the mermaid. That's where they came. They're actually aliens, these mermaids.
Hey, Greg?
Yes, Casey the Tobacco Nut with us now, yeah?
I was a bit late joining the club, but I would back you up on your possible encounter and even suggest that Scuba Radio maybe forms its own Project Blue book.
There you go. Blue, yeah, like the water. That would make sense. Why not? I'm down.
Well, in this case, it'd have to be a green book.
Why? Because of the green flash? Green. Well, the lights were green. That is true. Yeah.
Okay, we're in blue water.
Yeah. I wish, having...
We are divers.
Casey the Tobacco Nuts backing would add some credibility to my story, but, that's one crazy backing another, so that's not going to help much. But regardless, I appreciate the support.
We're sincere crazies.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Well, we've dug into some other news stories that we need to cover, and, let's just go to the news right now.
Residents of Lake Titicaca are petitioning for a name change to Lake Booby Doo-Doo to become less crude. Other names up for adoption are Breast Dump, Chest Waste, Jug Turd, and, of course, Double D's skid marks.
Of course. I think we need to check our news sources, because that sounded off to me. I don't know about you, Jerry. But
that was off.
Yeah. Oh, well, anyway, we tried.
I bet you can't go motorboating there no more.
Hey, quit it. There's ladies present. Or actually, no. I don't
see her.
Yeah. And Mermaid Kristen is not on camera right now, so I think
you can hear everything, Greg. She heard everything he said.
Yeah. Yeah. What's going on? Did she pass out, or is she just... I only see her during the commercial breaks.
I'm getting ready for my friend's baby shower, so I'm trying to talk and listen at the same time.
Okay, that's fine. And she needs to be off camera.
So
understood.
We're not good enough.
No, you are. I'm going to take you guys with me once I leave. I got to leave here in about 10 minutes.
Oh, that'll go over great.
I don't think we're allowed at baby showers.
I think we've been banned from that.
Yeah. What are the odds of that being awkward? About 100%.
It doesn't start till 4:30. So.
Okay, we got time.
Can we talk about mommy showers?
Excuse me?
4:30, you're going to another state.
Well, let's just move on. We don't want to. Just stop while you're ahead. Oh, my God, Casey. Yeah, by the way, Casey, did you ever get your new boat? Or what?
Yes, I did.
So have you been out diving off of it now, or what?
I have not been diving. I've been out scalloping.
Yeah, and have you had much luck? Or
diving, because do you know what season begins this month?
Stone crab claw season.
Very good, Greg. I'm impressed.
Yeah, I just know this magically.
I know the rest of the squad's just looking dazed, but you're right on, Greg.
You forget that many people consider me a genius, and by many people I mean me.
You mean Casey?
Yeah.
CJ in the studio, he might. Maybe.
No, he's not here. But yeah, I'm sure he would say
you're late to class.
He would say so. Yeah. But okay. So you went out scalloping, and you have bagged some scallops.
I have bagged scallops.
Are you laying the groundwork for stone crab season here in the middle of the month, or what?
I'm kind of getting ready. I'm going to try and find some spots.
What does that entail? Just
pilings. Rocky, I'm thinking maybe some of the artificial reef areas.
Yeah. The way I've seen stone crabs, where they hang out, they like to hang out on the edge of seagrass. So when you have a sandy patch and then an area of seagrass right there at the edge where the seagrass starts growing, stone crab like to burrow a hole up right under the edge of that.
So maybe right around the scalloping areas, because that's eelgrass.
Yeah, well, but right at the edge. So you got to find a sandy patch, and then, and I saw this on a video that they and actually this was down in the Miami area, believe it or not, and they were snorkeling down for them. But every time they went down there and pulled one out, the hole was right there by the edge of the seagrass, I don't know. They must like that habitat, I guess.
Just like the show, they like to live on the edge.
True. They do, like on the edge of seagrass or maybe they do on the reef and stuff too, or they like to burrow under something, I guess, like that. I don't know.
So how do they go out and do some diving looking for it?
Okay, yeah.
How do they catch these things without getting snipped?
They grab them by the butt.
By the back end? Okay.
Yeah, there's a technique where you kind of go over the top of them, just out of the reach of their pinchers, evidently, I guess, and then grab them by the butt and pull them out, and you can, take the claw off underwater, I guess, if it's big enough.
Well, you have to, it's 2.5 inches, I think.
Yeah, so you got a gauge that you're supposed to use. But I mean, you can pop the claw off.
It's moving around. You're going to try to measure it,
and you cannot take the claw if it only has one left, Barry.
Actually, I don't think that's accurate.
No, that's not true.
Yeah, they allow you.
They ask people not to take both claws.
Yeah, it's good form, but legally, I think you're allowed to take both claws.
Yeah,
now.
You can. There's nothing that says you can't.
That's getting a little greedy.
Well, like I said, it's probably not good form. Give the crabs a chance. But, what they say is that it's not as bad as they used to think, that even without both pinchers, they can still survive and forage around and get the food they need to grow their claws back. So,
but can you think of the poor crab when you rip off the last claw? It's thinking, son of a...
Yeah, exactly. I would hate to be that guy, that crab. That would suck. All right. Well, look, we're going to talk about crab season and a few other little news nuggets we have to share with you next. Stay close to the world's first radio show devoted to diving.
Scuba Radio. Scuba Radio.
Let me tell you about a friend I know. He's got the world's first scuba diving radio show. So now everywhere I am and everywhere I go, the first thing that I tune to is Scuba Radio.
This is the world's first radio show devoted to diving. Hey, last week I forgot to mention one of the little hiccups I had on my liveaboard trip a couple weeks ago. It involved my shearwater dive computer. I have a Tarek. I love this thing. I don't dive without it anymore. You can check it out, shearwater.com. But about 2/3 the way through the trip, on my liveaboard trip, I got back out of the water. And next thing you know, I'm looking down and my watch, my Tarek, was hanging from my wrist. The little screw that holds the computer to the band had come out, had popped out. I'm like, oh my gosh, and thank God I didn't lose it.
Yeah.
But I'm like, the little pin that holds the band and the watch device together had come loose and popped out. And, I had the computer, but I was like, great. I'm not going to be able to use it for the rest of the week now because, what am I going to do? I don't know, and you know what I'm going to do or what I did?
Wire and duct tape.
No, I could have done that possibly. You're right. They got duct tape on the boat, but I went to my little shearwater container and they actually provide extra, bars, extra screws and things in your kit.
It's a known problem then.
It's a pin. The pin.
The same pin you would have on a watch band, right?
Well, it's specific to their particular design,
right.
But yes,
it's just bigger. Okay,
but they actually provide extra ones because obviously it had. Yeah.
See if I've got them.
I'm sure you do, and I actually called Gabe up from Shearwater and thanked him. I said, "Man, you saved my week by thinking ahead because it's one of those things you want to check it every once in a while. Just check the tightness on your."
You better
dive
get
watches.
some replacements.
Yeah. Well, I do. I got them. That's the thing. But, it's one of those things that can happen to any type of dive watch like that. And the fact that Shearwater provides extras in those type of scenarios are safe. Yeah, see, Jerry the Diver guy's showing his. Yep, I got him right there. They provide a little Save the Dive kit from Shearwater. More coming up.
This is the Worldwide Scuba Radio Network.
A professional mermaid says unwanted advances from merverts is the worst part of the job. Just like that, you've been made aware of a new profession and its very serious problems and the word mervert.
Hey now. Get my flippers on and go scuba diving. Hey now. Watch me get my goggles on and go scuba diving. Hey now. Scuba diving. Hey now. Watch me scuba diving. Hey now. East Coast. Watch me scuba diving. Hey now. West Coast. Watch me scuba diving. Hey now. Midwest. You know I'm going scuba diving. Hey now. Dirty South. Watch me scuba diving. Hey now.
This is the world's first radio show devoted to diving. I am Greg the Dive Master. And I got the Scuba Radio Scuba Squad connected via the web. That is Barry the Bugger. We got Bubble Boy, Jerry the Diver Guy, Vinny Two Tanks, who's petting his cat. Yeah, that's what he's doing. And Casey the Tobacco Nut make up the Scuba Radio Scuba Squad. Yeah. Yeah, there's so much I could have said right there, but I'm just going to pass. Take a pass to keep us on the air one more week. But yeah, he has his.
He's not playing with his glow stick.
Yeah, okay, whatever. Yeah, you know what? I'll tell you what. Casey has this idea to take this alien encounter I had in Saba and turn it into the beginning of Scuba Radio Blue Book, Project Blue Book. I think you're onto something. I think we may have to do this.
I think if we start requesting divers who have seen things to send us their reports.
Yeah. I mean, it has to.
We might even get backup from other divers on other liveaboards around Saba.
Yeah, I mean, they say the truth is out there. I'm wondering if the truth is down there under the water. You know,
what were the emails that people sent you?
Well, they're just like, hey, you're crazy. Hey, you're nuts, Greg.
Oh, okay. So
no.
Usual. Yeah.
No. There were a couple that's like, were you serious? And I'm like, yeah, I'm absolutely serious. I did see something. You know, I'm not crazy, believe it or not. And I wouldn't even have brought it up if I didn't actually see something. I really did. And
I think the first thing we need to do is send a Scuba Radio letter to the Pentagon.
Well, maybe, but I have no proof. And that's what my military friend told me. He's like, yeah, it doesn't exist unless you have it on film or you have some kind of evidence. And I don't. I just have what I saw. I know what I saw. I don't know what it was, but it was pretty creepy. And it was very similar to what you hear being reported around the world. And so I do wonder if maybe I was lucky and got a little glimpse at some alien life forms. That's what I'm going with. Maybe you should go
get a full body X-ray. There might be small tabs of metal in you.
Why is that? Why would you bring that up?
Well, aliens do that kind of thing, and
they could be tracking you. They may have low-jacked you when you didn't know it.
I have no idea what you guys are referring to.
Well, Greg, you do know that that's not far from the Atlantic Undersea Test and Evaluation Center.
Yeah, hello. I'm telling you. Hey, look, our military knows they're out there. Yeah. They've admitted it, that there's something going on.
The last time you had some work done on your skin, that scar,
right?
Are you sure they didn't put something in there?
No. Once again, this was a chance encounter. It just, the lights... Well, I went by underwater very fast. Okay. I didn't have an up-close personal encounter.
He was probed.
No,
I was not.
Now, Greg, they were probably like, hey, all of them are in the water. Let's go. Oh, no, damn it. That guy's on the boat.
Yeah, laugh at my expense. Why don't you?
Hey, the doctors are on their way to your house as we speak.
Yeah, whatever.
I think we're going to take him on a Bigfoot hunt next.
Yeah. You guys are jealous. I'm telling you.
Gotten away with it too. If it hadn't been for those meddling kids.
Well, maybe. You guys. I wish I was in Boston this weekend at the Boston Sea Rover Show, which is going on, and talking to some other. That is going on this weekend, a dive event. We're going to try to connect with somebody who's on site, but I haven't had much luck at the moment. So
this is actually the first. Is it the first show since the Maryland DC show that's been live?
Well, I mean, yeah, I believe that might be correct.
That is.
So
I have another idea, Greg.
Yeah, what's that?
We need to develop an underwater sub with a camera, so the next time you see them, you can quickly just grab it, throw it in the water, and chase the green light.
No, wait, I'm confused. Wait, you mean have like an ROV at the standby?
Yeah, like the little torpedo tube engine we were testing
well, like the scuba jet.
Yeah, scuba jet.
Right.
You'd just be up on the top deck, have your GoPro ready. Oh, there are the lights. Throw it overboard, grab the handheld.
Yeah.
Now you're in the chase.
Well, they were the aliens probably knew this because they know everything, right? That I wasn't bringing my scuba jets with me to Saba because I was flying on September 11th, and I thought if I bring something that looks like a Hickory Farm smoked sausage, I'm asking for a cavity search with TSA and everything because I'm flying on.
You already did that, Greg.
What do you mean?
And then you went around the line again.
Remember last?
Yeah. No. So but I talked about this on the air that I wanted to bring my scuba jets with me, but I did not for that specific reason. The aliens probably knew it, so they knew I wasn't going to have any underwater propulsion that could keep me up with the speed that they were flying through the water column with anyway. So
you could have used burrito propulsion.
Yeah, actually, I saw I just saw the new battery technology from Scuba Jet. They just released a press release on this. You guys see this?
No.
Because they've broken up their battery compartments, their lithium batteries, and see that's the problem with it's not just the shape. That would have been a problem on September 11th, and is reason why. But the other problem with scooters and things like that when you're traveling with them on an airplane is not just the size and the space, which Scuba Jet has figured out a solution for that, but the battery itself is lithium.
Yeah.
And
they're not allowed.
Yeah, well, certain size, up to a certain size, you're not allowed to have lithium batteries around the world and fly with them up to a certain size. So they've come up with these new batteries that kind of chain together, and they put them together and they make one giant battery. So they've solved the problem because you can take them apart, put them in your checked bag, and you're good to go. And
Here's
it's pretty cool.
Solution.
Yeah.
If some of these resorts started just stocking the batteries there, and you brought just the forward end or the back end of it without the battery.
Well, I mean, but
that would be cost effective.
Yeah, that won't work, Barry. But I mean, these batteries are pretty small. They're about the size of a soda can. So but you you daisy chain them together to make one big long one, and it has plenty of juice. And they've solved that problem at Scuba Jet. Check it out, scubajet.com. But they just started shipping the new batteries that are designed specifically for air travel, so you won't get into trouble.
TSA approved.
Yes. Well, I don't know if they're approved or just allowed. I don't know if approved is the right word.
Let's all chip in, buy the batteries, and we'll send Barry through as a test gopher.
Okay, we can do that.
Or Greg, you could just take a mermaid with you next time and then just throw her in the water. Fetch girl, get it.
Okay, we could do that too. But you need a scuba jet to stay up with the mermaids. I'm swimming around, they're like fish, and stuff. But anyway, yeah, we lost Kristen, by the way. So what happened to her? Where'd she go?
She'll be back soon.
Probably back on now.
Oh, okay. All right. So she's working on getting ready for her shower or whatever. Yeah. Yeah, because she's been doing some new things. She's trying to figure out some new mermaid colors or something. Is that what I saw earlier today? What is going on with that?
She was looking at a choice of two different types of mermaid tail.
Yeah.
One is a black model that looks like it would be for an elegant evening out, and the other is more brightly cut Halloween.
Well, is this for our DEMA plans? Because she is planning to come to DEMA in Vegas and maybe debut a no-tail.
I mean, they're both nice tails. It's just a matter of choosing one.
She's got nice tails, and she's asking you to look at her tail, Barry, and tell her which one you like best.
She's asking the whole gang to look at the tail.
If
you were paying attention.
They all liked it. There was no there was no no, don't wear that. It was everyone.
Absolutely not.
We all agree that Kristen has good taste in tail.
Okay, all right. Well, we'll find out what's going on with that. Yeah, we were comparing notes, I guess, on mermaid tails and some new scuba radio swag that we have in development just in time for the DEMA show, which will be in November. Actually, the DEMA show, Diving Equipment and Marketing Association trade show, unlike the Boston Sea Rover show today, which is for consumers. The DEMA show is trade, business to business. And it's going to be a big, big deal because they didn't have one last year. And, in Vegas, it'll be the first time we get all our industry friends really back together. And I'm really looking forward to it. And we're going to be hosting some online seminars to make your dive business better starting October 12th. Yours truly will be one of the online hosts for these online seminars leading up to the DEMA show. I'll tell you about what you could score for participating next. Stay close.
Scuba Radio. Would you like to talk diving? Greg the Dive Master's all toweled down and ready to take your call now. Call Scuba Radio at 1-888-88-SCUBA.
Come as a guest, leave as a friend. It's a philosophy that comes from the top down at Explorer Ventures liveaboards. It doesn't matter if you're traveling solo, with a buddy, or group. Explorer Ventures does the liveaboard dive experience right. For proof, know Explorer Ventures has one of the best repeat customer stats in the dive industry. They're also the official liveaboard company of Scuba Radio. You've likely heard us talk about Explorer Ventures Scuba Radio scuba cruise trips many times, and we invite you to join us on the next one. However, whether we're on board with you or not, I'll bet an Explorer Ventures liveaboard trip will be one of the best dive experiences you've ever had. It just doesn't get any better. Saba St. Kitts, Turks and Caicos, the Galapagos, Maldives, Indonesia, humpback whales, and the Silver Banks, new destinations and itineraries are being added all the time. Call one of their talented travel consultants to find the Explorer Ventures liveaboard experience that's just right for you. 1-800-322-3577. That's 1-800-322-3577. Or visit explorerventures.com. That's explorerventures.com.
Power, simplicity, reliability. It's what you demand of your dive computer. And Shearwater delivers. Shearwater evolved out of one tech diver's need for a reliable, easy-to-use rebreather dive computer and quickly became the tech market leader. Now recreational divers have taken notice. The Shearwater Peregrine is a simple, full-color, multi-gas dive computer. It's also the most economical Shearwater dive computer released to date. Check it out and the entire line at shearwater.com. Shearwater. Dive computers for demanding divers.
Do you have a message or a product that you'd like to share with the diving world? Well, look no further than Scuba Radio. Just like you, thousands of diving enthusiasts are hearing this message, and we could be talking about you and your product or service as early as next Saturday. Remember, a terrible thing happens when you don't advertise. Nothing. Go to scubaradio.com, send us an email, and let's get to work to make your marketing message matter.
Prepare to rig for dive! Your surface interval is complete. You're now clear to dive with Scuba Radio. Scuba Radio. The world's first radio show devoted to diving.
Scuba Radio. Dive, dive, dive.
Coronavirus! Coronavirus! Get it real! Woo!
If you hate to stay indoors to avoid all those corona spores, there is one place that you can go that we all know way down below.
No corona underwater. No corona underwater. If you want to dive, we think you oughta. No corona underwater.
Maintain social distance or dive in a wet existence. You can drown that virus in the sea and make it safe for you and me. So if you're up for the task, all you need is your dive mask. You won't need a respirator when you use your regulator.
No corona underwater. No corona underwater. If you want to dive, we think you oughta. No corona underwater.
One of us has made a gross error.
That could be me, but I don't know. I don't really care. So it doesn't matter, right? If I don't care, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Thank you, Casey. This is the world's first radio show devoted to diving. Coronavirus, obviously, still creating issues for businesses throughout the Caribbean and, well, the world. But we're trying to get back in there and make it happen. There's a Boston Sea Rover show going on this weekend. We're going to try to connect with them live, but I don't think it's going to happen. They're too busy doing business. So we're going to let them we're going to let them have their fun and maybe get a report next week, see how they do, and that kind of thing. Because, a lot of people are concerned, like, will the dive shows be good? Will they be slow? Will, people still be excited about going? I think it's going to be interesting to see.
It's going to be good.
I think it's going to be good. I do. I think people there's a lot of pent-up demand for people to want to talk about going diving, where to go, how to go, and, all this stuff with all the travel restrictions with Corona. I mean, once again, a couple of weeks ago, I proved that you can do it. It's easy. I was quite surprised how simple it was to navigate all this extra, BS you have to jump through to go on a trip outside the U.S. and be able to just get your, antigen, quick test before you head out there, and you fill out a little extra paperwork. It's a little bit of a hassle, but it's not that hard to navigate. Vinny Two Tanks looks like he wants to say something. I don't know.
Don't forget, you're going on an Explore Adventure trip, so
that's right. Well, they make it even easier for you. One of the great things about Explore Ventures, and I mentioned this, was that at the end of the trip, to come back to the States, if you're a U.S. traveler, you got to get a test to come back to the U.S. before you're allowed to get on your airplane. So what they do for that trip I did in Saba, they actually had the Corona techs from St. Martin come to the boat on Friday afternoon once we had gotten back to the dock. That's typically the schedule. You go Saturday to Saturday, and then on Friday, you're back at the dock by lunchtime thereabouts, and you have dinner in the home port of St. Martin or wherever you might be coming back on your liveaboard trip. And so you're there the afternoon, and they actually have some medics come out and give everybody on the boat a Corona test. We maybe enhanced it a little bit with some of the beer that they offer on the boat as well.
I just can't believe you fell for their test procedure.
What do you mean?
No, you told us the one where they told you to turn around and put your elbows on the table.
No. I said that would be a good joke that they should do to unsuspecting passengers when and just say, all right, who's ready? And then they pull up the first name. All right, come on over. Okay, bend over and see their reaction. And then, then film the whole thing. I gave them that suggestion. We entertained the medics from St. Martin quite effectively there. But anyway, but the point is, Explore Ventures made it very, very easy to do that. That's what they're doing their extra due diligence to make travel easier to manage in these coronavirus times that we find ourselves in. You got to jump through a few extra hoops, but it was easy. And they with their help and just a little bit of paying attention to what you got to do, both to leave the U.S. and come back to the U.S. if that's how you're traveling. Yeah, the fact that I did it, if this idiot can do it, anyone can. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. How about that? Yeah, even Barry.
Okay, we'll agree.
Okay, there you go. See, but
you can do it.
And we will see how it affects the DEMA show. But I know there's a lot of pent up demand for people that want to go and talk diving and get out there and meet all their industry folks again. Now, as I said, I'm going to be hosting some online seminars leading up to the DEMA show in the middle of November that are designed to help like dive shops across the country and that kind of thing make their business better. They have different speakers. I'm going to be the MC on Tuesdays, and then they'll have like Tuesday and Wednesday sessions. But whether you participate in that or not, if you do, you get like some extra juice. And I mean, like extra little goodies and like a digital badge if you're in the industry and that kind of thing. They're working on some little incentives if you participate in these educational seminars. But the bonus is going to be, we're working on a way to actually give people that participate in the online seminars an extra chance at winning some of the big prizes we do on the first day of DEMA. That Tuesday, when we open the show, as we usually do with the Scuba Radio crew. And I'll tell you, after missing the show last year because of coronavirus, this year we have some big prizes up for grabs. Shearwater's given us a Peregrine dive computer to give away. We're going to have some dive adventures to Bonaire, I know, to give away, and that's just scratching the surface. We're literally just starting to round up some of the goodies that we have to, open the show and make people a little bit more excited about getting into the dive show that each morning for the DEMA show in Las Vegas. So you've been warned. Plan accordingly if you want to score some big stuff. You're going to want to be there, and we'll have more news over the next few weeks about that specifically for you as well. All right, look, hour 2 is on deck. We have a very interesting story about a woman and a dolphin and their relationship, which is truly unique and right down our alley. We'll cover that and a lot more, as well as the Shearwater Diver of the Week. That's coming up in hour 2, too. So stay close to the world's first radio show devoted to diving.
Scuba Radio is a production of Overboard Entertainment Incorporated.
Scuba Radio. This seems the logical place for fish to congregate.
Remember, you can listen live or to archives of past editions of Scuba Radio worldwide over the internet at scubaradiocomp10839.
So we're in international waters? Indeed so.
Tell a friend and buddy up with your radio every week for Scuba Radio, the world's first radio show devoted to diving.
Well, it's all very nice here, but we should be going. I miss me wife and me oxygen.
Yes, we all miss our loved ones and gases. Let's go.
The opinions you just heard on Scuba Radio are those of the hosts, callers, and guests.
Okay, what I just heard? Blah, 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 blah.
They are not necessarily those of any station or network, its management, or advertisers.
Come on, quit yanking me.
Scuba diving does involve risk and should never be conducted without proper instruction and training.
Oh, what's the worst thing that could happen?
I could die.
Have any questions or comments? Feel free to do so via the web at scubararadio.com.